What do you think my go-to karaoke song is?
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, no. I know. I don't know. It's
Is it a Michael Jackson song?
no, it's a Johnny Mathis song.
That's a good answer.
All right.
I've never done karaoke, but I would honestly pick a Johnny Mathis or a Sam Cooke song.
Sam Cooke.
Yeah, I'd
Right.
do that.
You picked Chances Are.
Oh, I love that.
There we go.
Misty.
Exactly. Misty. Exactly.
What do you think, maybe Juliana, what do you think Coleman's go-to song is?
Remember the time
We
when we
was
fell in love.
Probably, yeah.
Soft rock.
Soft, yacht rock.
Okay, yeah, I didn't
Yacht
know there
rock.
was
Yacht
such
rock
a
is a
thing
whole
as
other
a
thing.
yacht
You
rock.
need to feel like
You have to be on a yacht to know what
Yes,
yacht rock
basically
is.
yacht rock. Exactly.
That's a new genre.
It's
for me.
yacht rock.
I mean, I've been on a yacht.
It's good vibes. It's good vibes.
Okay, soft rock.
Soft rock.
You've just become very affluent. I'm
I've
slightly
changed a lot.
annoyed.
I've changed a lot.
I'm slightly
I've changed a lot. What was your first impression of me?
Really,
Really what?
What?
I don't know.
What was your first impression when you met me?
You were very intense in the scenes, and that's what made the scenes more real.
Thank you. Because you only met me as Joe Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I saw you in an elevator, but I couldn't recognize you.
No, you didn't. He looked at me like he didn't know. I was like, hey, how's it going? He was like, hi. Like I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. I'm like, we just worked together all week.
Stranger danger.
Literally, we were in the elevator. He gave me side eye and was like, I'm not supposed to talk to strangers, and walked out of the elevator.
Oh wow.
He had his to-go box. He
I'm
was like,
sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, your mom trained you right?
I was like, we worked together all week, and he like totally shaded me.
I couldn't recognize you.
My perception was like, wow, man, he really is he's really icy to me outside. No, but now we're the best of buddies.
What are you still trying to prove to yourself?
Oh.
Trying to prove that you still got it, even after all these years of you doing acting.
I mean, who is this child? Somebody come and get him. I'm never trying to top myself, per se, but I am always trying to grow. And I will always still got it.
That's right. It's awesome.
That's hilarious.
You still got it.
Still got it. I'm gonna get you a T-shirt, and then it's gonna have an arrow, and it's gonna point to me, and it's gonna say she still has it. She still got it.
What do you think my superpower is?
Your superpower?
Mind
To
reader.
imitate people to so well.
I think Jafar is super insightful and probably has the ability to read minds. There's a soulfulness about him that I was able to identify from day one, a sweetness, a real clarity that I think is so refreshing. But then there's also like this innocence that's really, really real. And someone was asking me, I'm getting off topic a little bit, but someone was asking me what it was like working with you. And I said, working with Jafar confirmed to me that every Jackson that I've been in contact with has this sweetness that is really part of the family. It's like it's in your blood.
Thank you.
It's really cool.
Thank you so much for that.
I was like, they didn't make that up. That's part of who they are. It's genetic.
Yeah, it's when you meet a lot, even my cousins and siblings, there is that similar
Softness.
Yeah, that softness on how we speak. And there's that one cousin who's just I'm kidding.
It's just a wild one.
There's always that one.
If I were your cousin, I'd probably be that one.
Oh yeah.
Mine, but I want to remind you of something. You are my child. For the sake of this interview.
So you think I was here in 1980, 90, 2000s, and then I came back. Yeah.
80, 90, he makes it sound like that was so long ago.
I know.
Jeez.
The 80s were only like 30 years ago.
Okay, I know the math.
No. Oh, wait, yeah, 40 years ago. What am I most qualified to give advice about?
Parenting. I am the mother of all mothers.
There we go. Working hard, even when you're in pain, physical pain,
toes
mental
are
pain.
bleeding.
I would say now that I've learned so much about Michael's dance moves to be able to teach them, or not that I will do that, but to break down each move on Michael's choreography.
My advice is to get you guys happy.
You do it naturally without trying.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're lucky to have you.
How would you describe me to a stranger?
Oh.
I would say you definitely light up the room, any room you walk into.
Yeah.
If someone's energy is low, just by you being there, you're gonna bring their energy up.
Yeah.
In my opinion, because you did that to me on set.
I did?
Oh yeah. When I'd run into you, there are times I need more energy, or it could be a scene I was doing or something that was a little, emotional. But seeing you really brought true joy, and I tell everyone that, seeing you really brought true joy to me.
Of course you are.
I feel like I'm speaking to an adult here. I know. Of course, Jafar.
Isn't it? You've been here
Like,
before.
what?
We've already established that.
Well, no, I'm being honest. That's how I feel, and I would say that to other people.
I want you to answer it about me.
Answer it.
Because your head's getting a little big.
How would I
gotta
just-
keep you.
Okay.
Okay, tell me.
Okay. I would describe you way prettier than other girls.
Girls, I'm a girl now. I went from an old lady to a girl. So good. Keep going. Keep going. That's so sweet.
Of course.
Kind.
And just like even on jobs, you're just way more confident than other people, and I really admire that about you. And you're just a really good actor, and you made me feel safe in the scenes, and I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm gonna cry again.
You're my favorite TV son or movie son. Movie and TV.
Film and television son.
Thank you. Jafar.
Yes, sir.
What
I feel like I'm in trouble, Jafar.
what
Caused by your
does
government name.
what does being a Jackson mean to you after this?
That's a good question. I carry so much love and pride in it, and I have a deeper understanding of all the hard work they really did for me to be here,
Yes.
I would say, and that was all led by Joseph. Not to just get lost in the celebrity of it and the accolades, but also to always make sure you're sticking to your roots and you're giving back. I had a better understanding after this film, I would say, of all of that, after doing a deeper dive into my family's past and Michael specifically, but as a whole family. I think it really informed me to just be appreciative, and I'm incredibly grateful to be born in this family.
Right before we started this, we just got the most incredible review, and it's from his grandmother. And what did she say?
She said, Jafar, the film was phenomenal. I said, really, Grandma? Like, you really think so? She said, you were so good.
Oh,
You were so good. And I got very emotional, and I was just like almost like shaking a bit. And it was all I wanted to hear. And I told her, your opinion, your response means everything to me. That's all I needed. I don't need anything else. That solidified everything. All the hard work, everything paid off just from that reaction I got from her.
Imagine what she must be feeling though to see like her grandson telling the story about her son and just the pride and the, in some sort of way, I'm sure it's very healing for her too. You know?
Yeah, it was very
was great.
reflective from
Yeah.
when I was speaking to her, just hearing her, and also my other families that got to see it. It really was very reflective for them. It took them back to that time, and I can only imagine for them. And I wasn't even born during those years, but since we shot in those actual locations at Havenhurst, and
So much nostalgia.
yeah, so I know it's a lot to take in, especially being a family member. But I know she's like, can I see it again? I know.
Coming to get her and take her to the movie.
Right? I was like, I'd love to see it with you. But
I'd like to see it with her too. I think
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Coleman, come on, you can make that
Let's
happen.
do it. Yeah, I wanted to share that. Yeah.
But for me, it was really looking into his personal writings, his personal journaling, and that was truly informative to allow me into his mindset of how he was feeling, of what he wanted to achieve, some goals he had written down, and it was such a blessing for me really to have access to that. And then I created this timeline room of so much information that really allowed me to stay grounded in it and not get lost in a way, because I really needed to see it, you know, with my own eyes. And that really informed me, even with the script. So I knew where each, you know, timeline was, and I understood what he was feeling. Also, his personal notes allowed me to do that and place it in that time. Some of it was just how he thought like a marketing genius and how he went to be seen, and he really studied that from other greats. And I feel like he incorporated that even with his videos, how a color can draw the audience's attention just by the color of a hat or a glove, or showing his socks a certain amount of inches, and how he was hands-on with everything he created, but also his ability to have that sensitivity of what was going on in the world as well, and how he wanted to help the world through his music and continue that message.
How's everyone doing? I can see some of the outfits, some of the sequins. It's so great to see you. I just want to thank everybody truly for coming out and wanting to experience this, especially in IMAX, which is the best way to experience this film. So I hope you truly enjoy it, you sing along, you want to dance, and you feel that magic that Michael had. And it's an honor to be here, really, it truly is. So, would you like to say anything, Julia?
No, I'm scared.
No, well, we love you, and we hope you enjoy the show. I'd love to take a picture. 1, 2, 3.
We got the Michael Cast at J Hud Show. 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 We got Coleman and Bingo, yeah, yeah. Mark Giuliano, yeah, yeah. And the title at J Hud, yeah, yeah. The way you feel the love, yeah, yeah. We got Coleman and Bingo, yeah, yeah. The Mark Giuliano, yeah, yeah. And the title at J Hud, yeah, yeah. The way you feel the love. It's a Michael Cast at Happy Place. 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 It's a Michael Cast at Happy Place.
And this was both of y'all first film?
It is.
Giuliano?
Yeah.
Look at him smiling. What was that like for you?
This was my first major film, and I was like Coleman said, once you have the job in hand, you don't want to mess it up, so you just have to.
So you get the pressure away.
Yeah,
you just get to work.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Wow.
And you know, I've loved Michael Jackson. I've loved him for years, and to just play such a legend is already enough pressure.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you ever think that you would ever play Michael, guys?
Me, absolutely not. I was always inspired by his music, his videos, and the message he had through his music. And I remember I was around 3 or 4 years old, always watching the Dangerous Tour in the living room, and my family would come in and say, how are you studying his moves? I'm trying to mimic his moves. And then I got into sports, but I always was very inspired by just how the videos and the artistry he had. And my very earliest memory was seeing them when I was around 6 years old, and that really made me realize who they were seeing my father and my uncles on stage.
That is amazing. Could you imagine? You know what I mean?
Right?
Like, I mean, we all know the Jackson family, Michael Jackson. At one point in time, we all thought we could do the dance moves, don't lie. We all thought we did. But when you have that moment and you realize, wait a minute, this is my actual family, when did that ever register for you?
It was in New York in 2001 on the 30th anniversary of the Jacksons. That's when I first saw them on stage. And hearing the crowd react to them when they first came up, it was piercing to the ear, but you felt the love and the love that the fans had for my family. I really felt it at that age, and I knew what it was.
And now you get to carry it on.
I was just talking to your Uncle Jackie, and he was talking about your performance, and he started to cry.
I got so emotional because he became Michael on that screen. It brought tears to my eyes. He's incredible. Wait till you see it.
Jafar is unbelievable. Matter of fact, I think he's the only one that could have done this.
The emotion that it brings out in your uncles and your other family members is amazing and beautiful. How does that make you feel?
It makes me emotional. I remember when they first saw the screen tests, I got a call from each one of them individually, and even my Uncle Tito, rest in peace to him, and I just remember them getting emotional on the phone. I started to cry just hearing it from the words because to me that's the truest and the highest compliment I can get as far as who I want to hear from, the people that knew him closest, and those are the, they're the ones I looked up to as a kid, and to hear how proud they are, how much support I have from them. First and foremost, my grandmother. Who can be more proud? And that makes me the happiest I can possibly be.
And the moonwalk, as a kid, I always used to try and do it, but it's different when you're doing it as a kid to when then you're trying to do it just like Michael and look just like him doing it. The moonwalk is very challenging for many different reasons. The flooring is important, the shoes you're wearing, and that was something new for me, is being able to dance in loafers and getting used to that.
Why did he choose loafers?
I would say, maybe Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly, that style of how they were dancing and seeing that the white kind of penetrate through that, so it allows the eye to catch the movements a little cleaner. I think it had to do with that, but he wore loafers even when he wasn't dancing. And I think they just go with everything.
What's the first music video of his that you remember being completely mesmerized by?
Smooth Criminal, hands down. That was the first one that I felt like I was watching. I don't know what I was watching. I just knew it was magical, especially once he does the lean. That blew my mind, seeing him do the lean, and I always thought he had superpowers, as an uncle, and until I really thought, until I had the knowledge of it was a trick with the shoes that he had. But that video really did it for me as far as really being inspired by it, and also couldn't stop dancing to it as a kid.
Oh yeah, definitely me as well. And Nia, if you were a DJ and you had to use a Michael Jackson track to get the party started, what track would you use to get everybody up on the floor?
It would be like, I want to say PYT. I think for my group, that would actually do it.
PYT?
Yeah. I know all my girlfriends would get up to that. We would be in a little circle, just dancing. Definitely. It depends on what kind of party. If it's a girly party, definitely that one. There's a scene between Jafar and I where we're watching this Charlie Chaplin film, and right before we were about to roll, I looked and Jafar was sort of like in his own world, and he said, I used to sit here and watch movies just like this when I was a kid. I just thought to myself, this must be pretty amazing and magical for you to just be doing this and having those childhood memories connected to your work,
Oh yeah, a lot of that came when we were actually in those real locations. It was natural for a lot of those memories to come back to me, and it was emotional and very surreal, and yeah, just trippy just to be in those spaces again, but as Michael.
And an adult.
Yeah, as an adult 20 years later.
Yeah.
It was surreal.
The first time I saw him, Antoine Fuqua, director, asked me to come out on set. I was there for a makeup test. I went out to meet my sons. He said, come see your sons. Yeah. And I saw them performing a number from the Victory Tour. And immediately I thought that I was watching the Jacksons back in the 1980s. It was wild to see. So much so, like they even, Jafar came and ran up to me with sweat dripping down, and he hugged me and said, hi, Father. And in that moment, I was Joe Jackson, and that was my son.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Go.
You need that around you to say, so you can fly. So you can be love in the room, and you can have that artistic integrity. And I'm just proud. I want to say to everybody here that I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Dad.
Sure.
Oh, thank you.
It was so close to home, but I was so taken away just how the presence, and the essence, without even trying, I felt it And it was I always say that he did this gesture to me when we first met, and he was Joseph in the hair and makeup. He did this gesture to me that my grandfather would do to me and my siblings and cousins. And I said, who told you that? Like, how did you know that? Like, he did that. And I was like, okay, yeah, he's ready. Yeah, he's set.
And I had some of that same experience. Like when I was rehearsing, I felt like something was missing until I started to rehearse with actual, wardrobe and pieces, and it changed the energy of the performance. When I would rehearse with the glove or rehearse with some of the actual jackets and fedoras, it informed me a lot. And I think the first thing that was most difficult for me in the movement was the pants, doing the kicks, making sure there's some stretch in there so I don't rip them when I'm kicking or doing a side kick or an extended kick. We had to create a lot of gussets in the pants to give me some room to do those moves. It's really interesting because Michael was so into the clothing of especially the movements, and I just remember hearing stories about it. When he was doing Smooth Criminal, he was trying to figure out why his tie wasn't moving with the spin the way he wanted it to when he stopped. So they put like a quarter in the tie to add more weight to it, so it had that effect when he would spin, or he would try on jackets to make sure when he spins they kind of float up and give that effect. So he was very in tune with how the dance would be perceived through the clothing as well. So he thought about every little nuance, which it's incredible. And I started to learn more about that when I was studying him.
Speaking of transformations, I mean, how long did it take to nail? You have a very different speaking voice than your uncle. How long did it take to master that? It's very particular.
It was interesting because at first it was very silly to my own ears, when I was trying to do that. So I really read a lot of books in his voice, and each book I got better, basically. And, you get more used to it. And sometimes I'd be out like in a grocery store and I'd be talking to someone, but I'd naturally respond, and I'm like, wait, that sounded kind of like Michael. Like, I wasn't trying to do it intentionally, so I wanted to get to that place where I wasn't thinking about it, like putting it on. It would just come out naturally.
Yeah.
And it took a lot of time.
And I know, Jafar, you probably mastered the moonwalk at this point, but aside from you, who else on the cast can do a moonwalk and pull one off?
Would you like to pull one off right now?
Yeah?
Okay. It's not gonna work though.
Let me fix your shirt before you start doing stuff. Having it all out.
Wow, I love the shoes.
Okay, go.
All right, ready?
I heard that also, I didn't know this about him, but he loved to draw, and you love to draw, and it actually got you back into that. Is that true?
Oh yeah, no, I grew up drawing here and there. I wouldn't say I was the best, but as I got older, I saw some drawings of Michael's and paintings, and I was blown away by how incredible he was, and I always thought, like, how much time did he have to even do that? He was so busy with music and these other
therapeutic
things.
maybe for?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I realized that he was doing that to have some form of escapism. So as I got deeper into the role, I started to do some drawings myself, and it got better and better. Even on set, when I have some side time, I'd do some little dueling drawing, and it was fun.
Man in the mirror, or you are not alone?
Man.
You're not alone.
We didn't say sing.
We said fit.
I'm gonna say Man in the Mirror.
At that time, I was creating music, I was producing a lot, so I didn't have any thoughts of, let me play him. It was more so, that's gonna be interesting. I wonder where they're gonna take that. I got a call from Graham King. He asked if I ever acted before, and I told him no. I've never acted, I never wanted to, but I'm a big fan of films, and I more so want to do film scores. One thing led to the other. Next thing, we're having lunch in person, and he's telling me about the story of how he wants to tell Michael's story, and at this time there was no studio attached, there was no director attached. It was very early on. The script wasn't ready yet. But he asked, would you be open to acting? Or if I got you with a coach, would you be willing to try it? You might hate it, you might love it. I was like, I need to really think about it before just diving into it. I'm someone who really wants to pull something. No, I don't want to just try it just for fun. If I go into it, I really want to commit to it. So I told him, let me think about it for a couple of days. I didn't really hear back for some time. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to text him a voice note of me speaking as Michael to the best of my ability at that time, and also singing a song or two. I sang a Peter Pan song that Michael, he never sang it officially, but it was more so off the record. I sang it like a lullaby to him. and also just speaking to him in Michael's speaking voice. And he called me right away and said, I'm getting you a coach tomorrow. And that was the starting point of when I really started to try out acting.
By the way, you have such a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
You smile when you talk. That's really special. That's really cool. Hi, you're cute too. I love you.
We gotta keep it.
You can't do that off of the other song.
You can.
No.
You can. Thriller brings together all the generations.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think
I agree.
We gotta keep man.
It's broken in half because it's the generation. It's true.
Wait a minute.
It's the generation.
Wait, what? You want to keep man in the mirror?
We have to have another tiebreaker.
Okay. You want to go against me or
No,
something?
we need to switch places. There's cheating going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's
we can
happening.
switch. We can switch.
You guys do rock, paper, scissors.
All right.
But also really just watching these two embody Michael.
We're two babies.
Are you baby?
Baby. Now for you guys, what has been your favorite part of working with?
Don't say me. Okay, just.
Want me to go first?
Joe Jackson.
My favorite part?
Has anybody, I mean, you just said you haven't seen it. Has anybody seen this one?
You know what?
Somewhere in my memory.
You better say yes.
My mother.
I've seen this song.
What was the hit song?
This was Corner of the Sky was the big one. What's really fun is on the inside, there's a Motown pop quiz on the inside. Yeah.
What year was this?
1973.
Oh, I was too young.
Yeah, see. I wasn't even born. But Jafar, you've seen this, so what sort of memory does this bring back for you?
I've seen the cover. Now, musically, I forget. I should know this.
No,
But
it's okay. Here, look at
Let me see. But I do remember hearing some of these songs, and you can notice in Michael's voice, the tone. Sometimes his voice cracks, and you could tell he's maturing in the tonality of his voice and his falsetto.
He's taller too. Right?
Yeah.
He's taller.
Wow, this is a really cool.
That's great.
I've seen this photo, but I've never seen physical. The physical copy of this album.
You want to go?
I can go first, but I feel like the times I saw Giuliano were really in the rehearsal process. Like he'd be in one stage, I'd be in one stage rehearsing on my moves. He'd be doing his own thing. But during filming, I didn't really see him as much. I only came to set one time to see him do a performance, and I was very blown away. But I didn't get to see any of the dramatic scenes. But when I saw it on the film for the first time, I was honestly blown away. I heard great things about him and what he was doing, but to see it from my own eyes was something completely different. And it was truly incredible what he was able to do, and also being his first time as well. And but there was a few times where we'd cross paths, and he'd show me some moves, what he was learning that day, or he'd be getting some snacks, I'd be doing the same. So we had some of those fun interactions, but we never really talked about, I would say, right, do you remember us talking about or having interactions when filming? I don't think we did.
You know what? We did have a photo shoot. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, so
yeah.
we had a photo shoot, and that was a time where I really got to talk to Jafar, and have more time than when you're at Crafty, because it's fast. But when I was at the photo shoot, I asked him what was he doing, how's it going, what's happening.
That was fun though, because he was in the Jackson 5 look and I was in the bad look.
And so when we would look at each other, we were like,
right.
Yeah. And so like Jafar, I really didn't get a lot of time to hang out with Jafar a lot, but when we did, it was a great time.
Oh, yes. Off the wall.
Gotta leave your 9 to 5 up on the shelf.
1979.
Ooh, yeah. See? That's Michael.
Life ain't so bad at all if you living off the wall. Life living off the wall.
And then there's this young generation here who started off with Smooth Criminal. We had no idea who Michael Jackson was. So the idea was to introduce them to another generation And, you know,
Are we serious?
yeah, this kid.
We don't know where we got him from.
I'm not even sure. I've fired him 6 times. He's showing up. Nah, he's amazing. This kid's amazing, by the way.
And you're talking about the authenticity of this film and all the locations, but also we're talking about the vocals. You are an artist, you're a producer, but you're also a performer. So how does that come through? Are you singing Michael's songs? Are we getting a little of Michael or both? Or how does it work?
It was fun because when I was doing all the performances, I was actually singing out live in the microphone on top of Michael's track. So it's a blend of my vocal and Michael's, however they edited, both of my vocal and Michael's together. But even, the moments where there's no backing track, it's actually me singing, the acapellas, which was really fun to do.
That is incredible.
What do you remember most about Michael?
What I remember most is just really those tender moments of having fun with my uncle. And if it was my Uncle Jackie, my Uncle Marlon, but my Uncle Michael, and we'd come over to Havenhurst where I grew up, and we'd have family day, and it was just so fun. We'd play board games, we'd just play hide and go seek, we'd have a lot of candy, watch movies, so it was always a lot of levity and fun.
When did you realize that you're like, damn, we're pretty famous?
When did I first realize? I was around 5 or 6 in New York for the 30th anniversary.
Yes.
At Madison Square Garden. I just remember it being incredibly loud, hearing all the fans screaming. I was covering my ears, and seeing my father and uncles on stage. That was my very first time seeing them perform. And I feel like that's when I first realized that they're incredibly important, and their music means a lot to the world just by hearing and seeing the fans' reaction. Because I was so young, so I couldn't really fully comprehend, the magnitude of their appeal to people. But as I grew older, then I started to really understand.